Hey, I'm Kye Hallows.
Hi, I'm Blake Lundell.
Welcome to Lavender Vinyl.
We've been rooted in Ogden, and just the way that we've seen Ogden support, like when we both worked very well together, and really Ogden's always been super supportive of record stores and music in general.
We both left. We both left Ogden and tried other experiences and came back because the community didn't feel the same. The tight-knitness of the community didn't feel the same.
Yeah, I totally agree there.
There's definitely a rich musical history here in Ogden. I mean, this spot right here that we sit in, the Porters and Waiters Club, was downstairs, so we're talking like Dizzy Gillespie and Louis Armstrong and some of the old jazz giants that literally played on this spot that we're sitting in right now. And this was the black side of the street. It was segregated. So musical history here, super rich. Obviously vinyl is part of the musical history. But yeah, we kind of wanted to cut out a unique experience that was focused specifically on trading and selling LPs and not have really much else interfering with that.
I mean, yeah, there was also like toe tape that in the 80s.
Yeah.
They were pretty big, as in, for record stores around here. But yeah, I mean, Ogden, I just feel, has a great vibe. And
I mean, the resurgence in vinyl means that we have a job, we have a shop, we get to be here and provide for the community, something that I think is a universal connecting force. Music is for everybody, and I think that having that tactile experience forces people to slow down and enjoy it for what it was meant to be. And so I'm thrilled about the resurgence for many reasons. You're opening an album sleeve, you get to see all the liner notes, you get to see the photography. It's a piece of art that was created by a whole group of people, a lot of moving parts that went into it. Lavender is queer-coded, and I love that so much because there's a lot of reasons for it. Blake and I, at the time when we opened the shop, there was a beer that we were absolutely loving that Squatters was making. It was called Bumper Crop, and it was a lavender honey wheat beer. And it was literally like our planning beer. We would get together to talk about like what we were gonna do, how we're gonna make this shop come together, and what are we gonna name it. And this beer was like our fuel. We had it every single time. It was like at my wedding, it was at all of our special moments, and so that's really where we were like, oh, lavender, and then it ties in with everything that we stand for. When I say that lavender is queer-coded, for people that don't know, it has a really long history. Lavender Lads, Lavender Menaces, a lot of rebellious queer people categorizing themselves with lavender, and so that's kind of a history of our name.
Said it perfectly. That's all that needs to be said. Nothing more I can add there. I feel like
we're unapologetically queer in a town in Utah, which Ogden has been really wonderful to us. We've felt mostly safe and supported here. But yes, we do hold a placeholder here at Lavender Vinyl as a queer safe space for anybody in our community. It's not just having the trans flag in the window every day of the year or throwing our Pride event that we do every year, but we have our queer art zine where we pay artists. Like, community and uplifting queer people is absolutely meshed with our message here, and especially being in a town in Utah where some people might feel like they don't have somewhere to go and they don't have that safe space and they don't have those queer people that are alive and doing okay and thriving to have as role models. And so I think that and especially as I get older, like, that's really important to me, that I can provide a space for people. in many capacities, not just so you can come in and spend your money. You can come in and hang out and just be with people, and you're welcome here.
Our personal collection, that was kind of how we started our inventory was just whittling down our own personal collection unwillingly, but it was necessary.
What did we do, like 300 pieces each? Do you remember?
Something like
I think
that.
we both
like
said
150.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Just whittling our own personal collection, thrift stores, yard sales, any way we get our hands on records.
And both of our in-laws
friends,
gave us a good collection. Like, oh, let me clear out the garage to help you out,
But yeah, we did definitely started very small. We had 8 bins total, and they probably were an order of the way full.
I sold a massive attack Heligo land, and I still just all the time about that one.
Right now, it's probably the Rain Ocean Endless record that you released. Only released it on Black Friday, and that was the only day it was for sale on his website. So that's probably our most valuable one right now. I think that one's like $350. But we've had ones that are worth more than that, but that is our most valuable one. As of now, yeah.
We got some weird stuff in here.
Yeah.
Well, can I show the I'm a Mormon record that we got today?
Yeah.
I'm a Mormon, yes I am. So if you want to study a Mormon, I'm a living specimen. Maybe you think I'm just like anybody else you see, but trust in my word, you'll quickly observe I'm different as can be.
It's kind of fun to see these old Mormon history records. I grew up Mormon. I'm not anymore, but this is definitely something my folks would have had in their collection. And there's titles on here like, I know the prophets and Grandma and Grandpa are going away on a mission. Very nostalgic for me. Yeah, so the cover has a little blonde, blue-eyed boy wearing a polo shirt, and his face is very up close, and the album is in red text, very big, I'm a Mormon.
How would you, just out of curiosity, how would you describe his facial expression?
He looks pretty damn happy to be a Mormon. That's how I would describe his facial expression. We sell a lot of Taylor Swift, and I have no problem with that. I think it's great. She's gotten a lot of young people into vinyl, which is really good for our business. But we also sell a lot of classic rock, Everybody wants Steely Dan in their collection, and the Eagles, and, Bob Dylan. So definitely classic rock, and we sell a lot of Taylor Swift. Our opening day was like a fever dream, kind of. It was like, holy cow, we really did this, and it's really happening. And just seeing the support from the community come out and show up that day, even though we were like he said before, we had 8 bins, we had a really small selection, and by the time that weekend was over, we did not have much left to sell. And we got a couple reviews from people that were like, oh, they don't have a lot of inventory, but we don't have a lot of inventory because everybody came on the opening weekend and bought everything we had, which was really incredible. That feeling was really surreal.
Yeah, really just building our store out for me, setting everything up and it coming to life in front of our eyes was just super amazing. You just got to go for it. You just got to follow your dreams. Really, we didn't start out with much.
And we didn't know what we were doing either at all.
I mean, yeah, on the business.
We knew about the record industry, but not about running and opening our own business. Yeah. We didn't.
Oh, so my picks are up top here. I got a few different ones. I got this Kenny Dorham. He's one of my favorite jazz musicians. This one was pressed by Analog Productions, which does really nice reissues, all analog, which is super cool. And then I got this Callie Malone record right here. She's kind of an organist. It's kind of like drone music. She's one of my favorite artists right now. Over here, I got The Body and Disfig. It's a collaboration record. The Body's like an experimental metal band, and then Disfig, they're more of like a electronic kind of industrial artist. And then one of my favorite artists of all time, Chelsea Wolfe, is my last. I get sick of looking at the same things because they don't sell, and then I'll switch them out. But yeah, we really just like to introduce people to new music, maybe something they wouldn't normally listen to, but try to keep it diverse. But I feel like mine's a little more like heavy music forward right now, but it definitely changes.
Yeah, so I have my picks here. Thievery Corporation, they're playing here at the Twilight show this summer. Tori Amos, always my guiding star. Saoirse, she's a really cool Irish DJ producer, and she's really cool because she started East London's first queer EDM like music scene. So I've been really into that. Fabric Records is awesome. And then this Channel Trace is also kind of like hip hop electronic-y, and I change out my picks just whenever something comes in and grabs me, something new that I want to share with people. We want people to be turned on to new things, so we're just we just barely hit our 8-year anniversary in July, and we're really just honored to still be here.
Yeah, so we do buy and sell records, so a lot of our inventory, people can bring in their record collections and we go through them piece by piece. That way we can give them the best value per record, then we go through them, and then make them an offer. And then, new-wise, we do have a bunch of different distributors that we get our new inventory from, but definitely most of our inventory comes from the community locally, bringing in collections to sell, or even just a few records at a time, really.
I would say that it's okay to start out small. It's okay to start out with a beginner setup, because then you can kind of find out if it's really for you, and because it can become a huge investment if you want to get good quality gear, and everybody wants to knock on these small turntable brands, and it's like, I don't prefer that, but if that's what's going to get you into it, go for it. There doesn't need to be gatekeepiness, and that's kind of my advice, is like, don't let the gatekeepers get you down.
Yeah, and even if you don't have a turntable yet, maybe you support one of your favorite artists at a show and you just buy one of their albums. You don't have to have a record player to start a collection, and that can come down the road. As time would come, I don't know.
Yeah, well, and buying, it's expensive to buy a receiver and a nice turntable and a pair of speakers and a whole collection. Like, it's like, just to your point, you gotta just start with one piece at a time and build it out.